guys, AJ here. I am very excited for today. I'm a little not not nervous. I'm a little I don't know, uneasy because I'm trying to figure out how to enter flow state on camera. I feel like I'm of course this is not something usual for me and I have to get used to it, but I'm just I'm finding it very hard to talk in front of the camera. But anyways, AJ here. Excuse the sound quality. I'm still trying to figure out how to work this stupid mic because every time, literally everywhere I put it, it sounds like this, and it's loud and it's very micy, and I don't know how to make it sound normal because without it, it also sounds weird. So we're just doing it like this right now. And I feel like right now, I was like, what am I even going to talk about? I literally sat in front of the camera and I was like, what am I even going to talk about? But of course, it always takes me a couple takes to kind of just get down an idea of what I want to talk about, and then hopefully I just talk, and then I just can get into it. Because most of the time when I'm gonna be making videos, I feel like I'm not gonna enter with any kind of plan whatsoever. So okay, here we go. So I kind of just want to talk about things that have been going on in my life for the last while, and this is what I'm learning right now. This is the biggest thing that I've learned in the last month to 2 months. No, 4 months. This is something I've been slowly learning for the last 4 months that I've kind of been unraveling myself. So I'd like to share with you guys. So one thing about me is that I am a person that never talks about their feelings, ever. I've never opened up to people. I've never, and not opened up to people. I was I'm so talkative and I'll talk about crushes. I don't know kind of what to say. I'll talk about boy problems with my friends. I'll talk about other things. Oh my gosh, there's someone walking. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's two people walking. They're looking at me like I'm crazy. It's fine. I'll talk about boys with my friends. Oh my gosh, there's another little dog. Oh, he's so cute. The little boy's running with him. That's so cute. But anyways, where was I? Okay, yeah. I don't talk about actual me problems with anyone. I'll talk about things externally. Again, boys with my friends. Um I feel like that's it. If I had problems with at home or just with me and my life with my family, I'll talk about that with people from church or other people. But my parents, I didn't talk to them about anything. And just because I've just always been a very private person. And I don't know why. I've been like that my entire life. I've never opened up about anything. Literally, at all. And in these last couple months, because I started therapy, I've been going to therapy on and off for 2 years. 2 years. Now coming up 2 years, yeah. And in these last couple months, with this new therapist I've actually made it a goal, Amelia, you need to start opening up. Because even with my previous therapist, I would just tell them on the surface stuff. I never got into the roots of my problems. And I'm not even all the way into the roots with even my current therapist, but she's amazing. And I'm still building that. But I kind of just want to talk about that buildup, okay? So I have no idea why I've never shared my life or things that I've gone through or just how I'm feeling with other people. But one thing that I really always kept to myself was how I was doing as a person, not my problems, not things that are going on with me or whatever, but just how I was, me. And growing up, it's just kind of awkward to say, I was sad a lot. I don't know. Should I be sharing something? I don't know. But I was sad a lot. I was very sad a lot of the time. And I hid it so good. I hid it from everyone. I didn't tell anyone how sad I was. But I would just be going through life, be going through these things, and there would just sometimes I'd be in a happy moment or a good moment and sadness would just overtake me. Is that weird? Maybe that happens to everyone, but I experienced that a lot growing up, and it was really weird. And I'm kind of trying to depict that in therapy right now, but also just like in these sad moments, because like sometimes like I was really good at hiding it, but like I'm human, obviously, so like sometimes it showed. And like my mom or like somebody be like, "Oh, like, are you okay? Like, oh, are you good?" I'm like, "Oh no, my gosh, I'm fine. Like, what? I'm not okay." And I always just would deny it. Like I was like deny, deny, deny. If anyone asked me how I am, "Oh my gosh, I'm so good. How are you?" And I'd be like, I'm just like, if well, those who know me, like I'm just a very like bubbly, loud, always talkative person. But I feel like that was kind of just a cover up a lot of the time. Don't tell anyone, but it was a cover up for. I'm sorry, this is like, again, awkward. I don't talk about my feelings, so I'm talking about them on a camera. Very, very weird. Just need to chill out. I need to chill. That's what I need to do. But anyways, and gosh, brain fart. Oh, when people asked me how I was just like, yeah, I'm good. I never talked to anyone. Even again, like, and sometimes, and like, there's layers to my problems and like layers to like how I am with people. And sometimes I peel off a little layer, I peel off half a layer. Oh, I'll tell you about this. But it was never like I've never like significantly let someone see how I am. And like the only people, actually person that's ever actually seen me like break down over like myself and what's going on in my life is my therapist, which is not a good thing. And like I mean, but the truth is like I never let anyone see it growing up ever. And I think in a lot of ways that affected me because now like in my life, sometimes in my everyday, I see these people and like I see them living their lives and sometimes I kind of just like think to myself, even like my friends, and I'm just like they have no idea that I'm just like completely lying to them. And I had this guilt and this condemnation over me because there were so many times because I go to these prayer groups, right? I used to go. I don't really go as much anymore, which I'd like to get back into. But I went to these prayer groups consecutively. Like there were 2-3 times a week that I was going to these prayer groups, right? And I would go and I would praise the Lord, and I would, whatever we did there. And so much, I had so many opportunities to be like, guys, I as a person am struggling. I'm struggling just because I'm sad. The things in my life, like just me, like myself, I am really just not okay. And I had so many opportunities, and I had so many people there too who wanted to help. And like again, I had those little layers, but I never let anyone see that I wasn't okay ever. It was foreign to me. It was like it was a foreign thing. And something I've kind of realized now is like how do you how do you tell people that you're not okay when you're always not okay? Like when people ask you how you are, how do you how do you tell them like you're always sad? I know I'm like laughing about this just because like it's of course uncomfortable to talk about, but like genuinely, how do you tell people that? How do you tell people like, yeah, I'm always struggling. I'm always just feeling this immense sadness and anger and unmotivation, and I'm always tired and I always want to lay in bed and I always just hate myself. Like, how do you tell people that? And this is something I hope I'm not alone on, because then this would just be really fun to be sharing on the internet. But I in just these last few months I've kind of been peeling back with my therapist has of course helped, but also kind of just peeling back with myself and my emotions where I've had to I think I kind of mentioned this earlier, so I'm going to come back to it. Like I felt myself being angry. Oh my There's my little Bubba. I felt myself being angry in some senses with other people. Not angry, but like upset because I saw them and I saw how they were. And while I was lying to them, and I was like these people have no idea I'm lying to them. It was also like, how do I say this? They had no idea what I was going through, and like, how dare they not see through it? Does that make sense? Like, how do you not see? Like, how do you not see that I'm like literally drowning? I'm literally drowning. I need a life jacket. Why has no one thrown me one? But the thing is, and like it was kind of something that I was doing in my own head because I didn't tell anyone. I told no one that I was struggling. I said nothing. You asked me how I am. Oh my gosh, I'm good. Hugs, kisses. I'm living the time of my life, and on the outside, I am living the time of my life. I live such a privileged life, and I have so many amazing things in my life that I'm so grateful for. That if you were to ask the average person that knows me, not a person would ever in a million years think that I struggle with any kind of anything. They think I live a perfect life. Honestly. Me looking from the inside, I do live a perfect life. And while I am so like happy, not to say that, while I'm so like here, like while I'm so grateful to live the life that I live, it still doesn't discount from what I feel and what I've dealt with and stuff. And like the average person would never guess that I deal with what I deal with and that I feel what I feel. And it was literally just a couple days ago that this happened. This is why I want to share it. But I was like laying in bed to myself, and of course I have that, just sad and gloomy littleness to me. And I'm just like, why am I so sad? And my therapist, she was like, I don't know, my therapist has been saying some stuff to me that I'm not exactly gonna share. But she's been saying some things, and she's had some ideals that she's been sharing with me. But I'm just like sitting in bed and I'm like, why am I so sad? Why am I so sad? Why am I just so like, what am I doing? I'm laying in bed, rotting away in life because I'm so consumed with sadness that I literally just have no motivation to do anything else. And it was actually funny because I was like that for a couple days, and then a girl from church actually texted me, and she was like, and she was the second girl that had just reached out to me because I kind of mentioned earlier, I stopped going to a lot of my prayer groups, and I stopped going to a lot of those things because I think I just like went lazy. But I stopped going to a lot of those things because I felt bad that I was lying to people. It genuinely started to dawn on me. I was like, I'm like these are people that I look up to. These are people that I find to be my friends that are just so, you know, centered in the heart of God, and like I'm coming here every day and I'm lying to them. And I'm praying for these people and I'm praying for them about these things, and I myself am struggling with them. Does that make sense? And I felt like just such a hypocrite. I felt like such a hypocrite with me in my life and what I was dealing with, and that caused me to kind of back away and to kind of stop going because I was just I felt too bad. I felt too guilty. And one of the girls a couple days before she reached out to me, she was like, "Hey, like, have you been? We should get together." I was like, "Yeah, of course. Like, I've been so good. How have you been?" Blah, blah, blah. The whole spiel that I do to everyone that asks me how I'm okay, where I've been, they miss me, all that stuff. I give them the whole spiel of I'm great. I've just been so busy. Oh my gosh, yeah. And over the last couple months since I stopped going, I have had people reach out to me. They're like, "Oh my gosh, Amelia, how are you? Where have you been? We miss you." I'm like, "Oh my gosh, guys, I miss you too. I'm just so busy and I've just had so much stuff going on." And I'm just lying right to their faces. I'm lying to them completely 100% because I just didn't want to tell them the truth that I was struggling. And and then another girl, she texts me the other day, and this is one day I'm just in bed. She's like, "Amelia, like, oh my gosh, like, we miss you. Like, how are you? How have you been? What's new?" And I don't respond to her for a while. She texted me like earlier in the day, And I kind of just ponder on her message all day. In this day, I was like, things were like kind of not great. Not a great day for me. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This was not a great day for me. And I'm kind of just laying in bed. It's later in the night now, and I was pondering on this like all day. I was like, I am just tired of lying to people. Honestly, I am so sick of pretending like I'm good. It sucks. It sucks when you're just dealing with everything by yourself eternally, and people people care, and they want to know, but you don't let them. And I think and it made me feel selfish, and I'm not finna get emotional. I'm not finna get emotional. Sorry, there's people walking outside. They probably think I look crazy. I am not finna get emotional. But I felt selfish in some ways because I was like, I'm just like, just how dare I? Just how dare I? How dare I lie to these people that I care about, and and I felt so bad about with all my prayer groups because I went to 3 a week, and then when my other one stopped, I was going to 2, and like things just got so bad. Again, sorry, uncomfortable for me. Things got so bad to where I just slowly stopped coming. That I just stopped coming overall. Because again, I was so done with lying to them. But I was so sad, and like I have these people that care. Why don't I just tell them? Like, why don't I just tell them that I'm upset? Like, why don't I just tell them that like I am feeling all these things that I'm feeling? And the truth is also that I didn't want anyone to see how much I was struggling, and put it over me. Not put it over me, but define me as it. There we go. And define me because of what I was struggling with. I feel like it's a little dark. It's getting darker outside. Hold on. We're gonna turn this a notch up. Okay. I like the lighting better. I didn't want people to feel bad for me because kind of like I said earlier, I'm kind of circling back. I was like, how do you tell people that you're just sad all the time? How do you tell someone that and not lie to them? How do you tell people just how upset you are? And I also didn't want people to feel bad for me. Not to just like view me as it, but like I didn't want people. Oh my gosh, I literally can't keep that still. I didn't want people to feel bad for me either. Because like, sorry, I'm getting comfy. I didn't want them to blame themselves. I don't know why they blame themselves, but I didn't want them to blame themselves. I didn't want them to pity me. I didn't want that to be the way that they defined me. And I think that was the biggest thing of like, I don't want anyone to know that I'm hurting. But anyways, I'm like rambling on. So this girl, she texts me, and I'm sitting in bed. I'm like, I'm I'm done. Like I'm done lying to people. So I text her, and like I just like I low key just trauma dump. I low key just trauma dump to this girl, and she's like, oh, she's a sweetheart. Oh my gosh, she is such a sweetheart, and she's just my favorite, and she's just so amazing, and she has such a heart of God, and I just love her so much. And so I knew if I was gonna do it to anyone, she was the perfect person to do it to. And I don't want to say I traumatized them, but I kind of just like I read her text and I'm like, honestly, I'm not doing too good. Like I literally just said that in a text. I was like, honestly, I'm not doing too great. Um, I'm kind of just sad all the time, and I'm kind of just this, and I'm this, and I'm this, and I've been this for months, and that's why I stopped coming because I felt that I was lying to all of you guys, and I felt so awful, and I was this and this and this. And of course, she was a ball of of support, and she was telling me, this and this and this, and she was so comforting and supportive, and she, we said a prayer, and she was just amazing, and it felt really good to do, but in a lot of ways, it also still felt like abnormal because then I see her, and I didn't get a chance to talk to her, but I saw her this last Sunday at church, and like we had our intro, and like I'm just like it felt weird, like talking with her, and like she knows that I'm like not okay, and like she didn't treat me any differently, of course, but I was like, it felt very abnormal. I was like, okay, she knows my secret. She knows that I'm actually just a big fat liar, and I have been pretending ever since forever. And the realization I came to, which it's slow. It's slow because she was the first person, obviously, that I was honest with. And being honest with my parents, oh, that's gonna be awful for me. I probably have to be honest with them before I post this video. Or I post it and no one ever sees it. That's not gonna happen. But so I'm just thinking as I talk. We all have a point or just something in our lives, whether it's you're sad all the time, you're feeling down, or even just with situations like it isn't good to keep all that to yourself. I'm the first person to tell you, like, I have mastered the skill of crying in a room full of people. I have mastered literally tears streaming down my eyes in the backseat of a car with two people sitting right next to me, not making a sound. I have mastered that skill. I have mastered the skill of excusing myself from a dinner party, from a situation, going to the bathroom, from hanging out with a group of friends, just so I could cry. So I cry. I have literally mastered that, and a lot of it's just been me in my faith, in my walk with Jesus, dealing with it. But another big part of it has just been me doing it alone. Because again, like even therapy's helping. Therapy's allowing me to, of course, unlock my mind. But I haven't even been completely honest with my therapist. And I'm making a video right now that I'm gonna post, which is really big. Which is really big for me. But it's just like slowly but surely I'm able to come out of my shell and realize like I don't know, like when I tell you like I'm being so fair, like you're never gonna get better at something unless you do it. You're never gonna be happy unless you create that happiness for yourself. You're never gonna get over these things. You're never going to unleash that hurt unless you have someone to be there when you open the cage. Ooh, is that a good metaphor? Do we like that? You're never going to. Oh, wait, hold on. Let's run it back. You're never going to be able to open the cage yourself unless you have someone with you to tell you it's okay to unlock it. Was that good? I just came up with that on the spot, I swear. I think it's kind of good. Like, you need that support system. You need those people around you for, like, even when you don't have a reason, even when you're sad and you're feeling hurt and you're feeling down and you're angry and you're tired, you need that's when you need the support system more than ever. And I've learned because I've been alone in those kind of situations. And I've done it alone. And guess what? It sucks. It sucks. And I've lived like this week I've kind of like really been like meditating on this. Like I've lived a lot of my childhood just containing my feelings. And I never wanted to burden anyone with them. That's another thing. That's another very big thing. I don't think I mentioned earlier. I didn't want people to feel bad for me, and I never wanted to burden people with my feelings. Because again, I was always sad. So it's like, how do you keep going back to these people like, I'm feeling this, I'm feeling that, I'm feeling this, I'm dealing with this. All this stuff is going on in my mind right now. Like, how do you consistently do that to someone that like isn't a professional? And at the time I wasn't even doing that with my therapist. It's gotten significantly darker if you guys can't tell. Sorry, I was looking at my lighting and I noticed that. Like, how do you do that? Honestly. How do you just keep going back? Like, I'm sad. I am not okay. I'm feeling all of these things. Like, how do you not drive someone crazy? Because I also never wanted any of my friends or family or whatever to feel like I was, like they were an outlet for me. Like they were like they were my therapist. Because I've had a friend who I was a therapist with for. I was one of my friend's therapists. Let me just say, that is one of the reasons me and that girl are not friends anymore. Because when you feel like there's someone who like is only friends with you so they can talk about their problems with you, that weighs on you. It does. It weighed on me. And me and that friendship, there's a lot of things. Maybe that was a bad example because there wasn't a balance to it. But like, that was another thing that scared me. Like, I never wanted to make anyone feel like that's the only reason I came to them. And like, I just needed them because of my problems. And I just needed them to listen. I never wanted to be that friend. And I just I don't know. I feel like I've lost the plot honestly with this. I've lost the plot. But things I've learned this week. 30-minute video almost. 30-minute video. Let me mind you. Things I've learned. To wrap it up. There's someone out there that wants to listen to you. I want to listen to you. DM me. TikTok message me. YouTube comment me. Whatever. I want to listen to you. I want to hear your problems. And here's the thing. And sometimes and here's something that I've always been I'm sorry. I just dropped my mic. I'm so sorry. I know that was loud. Okay. But something I've always been big on is like, and I think it's because I experienced it, of course. Well, obviously, it's because I experienced it. I want to listen to you and your problems. I do. I want to hear them. I want you to tell me them. I want to listen. I feel like while I do talk a lot, I'm also a very good listener. Keep that in mind, guys. And in my first video, I mentioned that I kind of rebranded this whole thing like a million times. The first, the first time that I tried launching this channel of whatever of me talking, it was actually set for like no one to know who I was, and to anonymously message me about their problems, like so I could like I'm here to listen. Message me if you like. It's anonymous. If you need to talk, message me because I wanted to be that outlet. And I guess like you could do that with any influencer, any person, whatever. But like some people don't have therapists. Some people don't have people in their life that they can talk to, and that's just a fact. And for the longest time I was like, I want to be that person for people. And actually that's why when I was younger, I actually wanted to be a child psychiatrist. Funny fact. That was like it started in 4th grade where like I got that dream in my heart because I said I don't want kids to feel the way that I feel, and I want them to know that there is someone who believes them and who wants to listen. And that's always been in my heart. That's not what I want to do with my career anymore. Kinda. But I still would like to be that outlet. I'd still like to be a channel, platform, whatever you call it, that people could come to and talk. And I am just a girl. I cannot say if I'll respond. Can't even say if anyone's gonna see this. But I want you to message me. I want you to just, and sometimes it's not even like, hey, I want you to tell me all your things. Sometimes like I just had a really bad day at work. I had a really bad day at work. I had a bad day at school. Why are you circling my house? Sorry. I had a really bad day at school. I just wanted to tell you about it. And I'm just like, you know what? I want to listen. Cuz sometimes it's those little things that like you just want someone to listen. And I think me too, like, I didn't want to talk to anyone. And oh my gosh, this is really good. I didn't want to talk to anybody about what was going on in my life, but I wanted someone to listen. I, for so long, wanted someone to just be there and oh my gosh, no. Let me share this. This is like my dream. For the longest time, I just wanted someone to just look at me and see right through, which I know it's insane. I wanted them to look at me and to see how much I was hurting and just say, Amelia, I know what's happening. It's gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna get through this. I see you and I'm there for you. And I just would be shocked, but I would give in. And that's the thing. I would literally give in. If someone actually ever did that to me, I would just be like, I would probably turn into a sap of tears, to be honest. I wanted, like, I literally, like, that was literally a prayer of mine. I would literally ask the Lord, I was like, Lord, like, I pray that just, like, you just send me an angel and you just send me someone who just knows what I'm going through. Some crap like that. And that's another thing I feel like the Lord has also been teaching me, like, I'm so independent and it's not good all the time. It really isn't. Oh my gosh, it's gotten significantly darker. Let's turn this up one more notch. Is this too bright? No, we'll keep it here. Never mind. We'll keep it here. And I'm so independent and stubborn, and in some ways it's for my own good. There's so many people out right now. There's so many people out. It's like five. But I was stubborn and did things myself for my own good. I've always done things by myself. It's always just been me and me and me telling myself that it was going to be okay. I've always been my number one supporter and comforter and you know, suck it up, deal with it. You're good. You're fine. And I think the Lord is also just kind of teaching me right now, like me personally, like whether you're religious or not, like you can't even like depend on me, but also you gotta depend on other people too. Like iron sharpens iron, man. And I feel like he had been telling me that for a while, and I did not want to listen. Gonna be honest, I was like, Lord, I got you, and that's all I got. That's all I need. But then, yeah, he was very much hitting that at me. But I wanted someone to talk to, and I wanted someone to listen, but I didn't want to tell anyone that things sucked. And I think that to wrap it up, let's wrap it up because again, it's been 35 minutes. I've said that like at least twice now. it's always going to take a sense of courage to kind of step out and say, like, I want to change my life about anything, about any really big thing that you're going to do in your life. It's going to take you saying, like, I need to take a risk and I need to step out to make a change, or I'm not gonna get better. I'm not gonna see myself succeed. I'm not gonna shift my life. Your life isn't gonna change. And I want to come up with a metaphor for this, and maybe like when I continue to do videos, I will. But you know when you hear something, like you hear a quote that's what's a quote? Oh, it's like you can't. What's a quote? What's one quote, Amelia? AJ, AJ, rack your brain. What's one quote? Why can't I think? Oh, like a quote that's like, oh my gosh, I still can't think. Okay, I was trying to think of one that kind of relates to the situation. This is the only one I can think of. You only live once. That's a quote you hear a lot. YOLO, right? You only live once. And people are like, yeah, like it's something to kind of like live, like they're like, oh yeah, like you only live once, but oh, I don't know. And it's kind of just like a quote that you hear a lot. But the truth is, you only live once. This is your only life. Like you, another quote here. This is the youngest you're ever gonna be. And I'm so off topic. Gosh, people probably think I'm crazy, but I'm so off topic right now. But a quote like that, and like you hear a quote and you're like, that's like really real, and like I should probably listen to that. I have no idea what I was talking about. I like went so off topic that I just kind of lost what I was saying. I will do that a lot, and I apologize. Sometimes I just like start like yapping off and babbling that I just forget what I'm even saying. Gosh, I don't remember what I was saying. Oh, I'm back. But yeah, it's gonna take that life. It's gonna take that step, that moving forward. Like you're never gonna change unless you make a bold choice, unless you do something that's uncomfortable. That you do something that literally makes your skin want to crawl. Like the idea of talking to someone about my feelings and like sitting with someone like this right now and like telling them my problems literally makes me want to gouge my eyes out. Makes me want to stick a bobby pin down my throat. The truth. I I don't like talking about my feelings. Just it's the truth. But I know that like what I did the other day, that text, it was so hard for me to send. And I really kind of had to contemplate. I was like, what, like, and I know it seems insignificant, but that was a really big step for me. And I was like, am I really about to do this? Am I really about to just like tell her? Because like, if I tell her, like, I have to tell other people now, because big church, people talk. Not that I think she'd ever say anything, but I would, I would have to start being honest with people. And it was a step I had to take. And of course, I knew that she was gonna react good or supportive, and she was. She was amazing. But it's a hard step that you have to take to make change in any area of your life. But to choose and decide, I really am gonna step out and say, yeah, I need help. Yeah, I need that support from someone other than my therapist that I am with on a day to day. That takes guts. And that's something I just recently did. So, pat on the back to me. And, goodness, that's really it. That's really it. Not too much of a lesson, but a revelation. Something that I was kind of able to overcome. And I think that with doing this, like doing this whole YouTube thing, I'll say this right now. This is a pledge, scout honor, whatever you want to call it. I'm never going to tell you guys to do something that I won't do myself. Ever. I will never give any kind of advice. I will never tell you one thing when I'm doing another, because like that's literally why I stopped going to my prayer groups, like I said, I was lying about being good. I felt so guilty for lying, for praying for these people about, Lord, help them with their sadness, when I'm just sulking in it. I'm sulking in it. I felt very guilty. I did. Someone. If you're hurting, if you're sad, if you're alone, if you feel like no one cares, if you feel depressed, if you feel like the weight of if the weight of the world is on your shoulders, it's going to be okay. I waited so long for someone to tell me that, and no one ever did. And it's not their fault, because I never let them know that I even needed that to be said to me. But I'm saying it to you right now, whether you need it, whether you don't, like, things are going to be okay. Because sometimes you have bad days and sometimes you have really great days. And when you start to open up and when you start to deal with the things that make those days bad, you're going to have more good days. And things are going to get so much better. And that's something that I'm still slowly learning, obviously. I'm not, a jumble of shared feelings yet. Oh my gosh, it got really dark. I'm just noticing that with, like, the lighting. I'm not an open book yet, at least with my feelings, but I'm getting there. And I'm working on it, and it's a step at a day. It's a step at a day. It's a day at a time, a step a day. I think that's what I was trying to say. But I want you to know that I'm proud of you, and I meant what I said earlier. Please comment, DM, message. I think I need to create an AJ Lynn Instagram, because I haven't done that yet. But by the time I post this, I'll probably have one up. Message me. Talk to someone in your life. Therapy, whatever floats your boat. But talk to someone. There's people out there that want to help you. And if no one else, I want to help you. So, thank you guys so much for watching. This was 40 minutes. I rambled on for 43 minutes and 20 seconds. Wow. I'm shocked if you guys stayed the whole time. But thank you guys so much for watching. I know that I know this was kind of like a life dump, but hopefully our next video can be a little more chill. And I think that this is also really good because I feel like I kind of got into a flow just a little bit, even though part of me was like, what am I even talking about? And I did lose the plot and the message of this video a couple times. But thank you guys for watching. And please tune in for our next video. Bye now.